Let me ask you something. Have you ever had the feeling of love at first sight with a game? That special moment that you even say, yep, this is honestly game of the year and is going to stick around until I die. Well, you guys, that special game to me is Wii Sports Resort. I don't think there's another game to me as important as Wii Sports Resort. The memories that I've made with this game and the amount of hours I've spent playing Wii Sports Resort are some that I remember so fondly in my heart. But why is that? Why is that I consider this game more important than other games and even say that it needs to go as one of the best games in gaming history? Well, it all started on November 19 of 2006 with the release of the most recognizable console ever, the Wii. You remember those times, right? Where people were going crazy for this console just for the main gimmick of the motion controls. While other companies were trying their best at making the best controller ever for true gamers or have the best shooting experience for little kids to enjoy, Nintendo was pointed at a market nobody really tried at the time, the family market. And it's no surprise that if you want everyone to understand the game or to make it possible for your grandma to play a video game with you, you need it to be as simple as possible. No shenanigans about pressing a certain button at a certain time, but instead feeling like you need to swing the controller when you see the baseball or throwing the controller at the TV to feel like you are bowling. Of course, the Nintendo Wii was a success because of the motion controls, but most importantly because of the acclaimed Wii Sports. Ah yes, the game that came with the Wii to test the motion controls with sports. Like I've already mentioned, on this game you don't press any button necessarily. The main thing is just to feel like swinging the tennis racket or beating your parent on the box arena. While this game was just to test the motion controls of the Nintendo Wii, people took this game as one of the best because of the simplicity. In recent games, we have virtual reality goggles, we have motion sensors that mimic our movement, and many more technology, but back then, feeling like you are playing golf on your living room was something so magical and fun. For most people, because in my case, I don't find anything fun about golf. But here's the question. Was there more to this? Because even when I was a child, I wondered if there was more to Wii Sports, and also I remember that I played Wii Sports for like an hour or two and then I wouldn't touch the game for like a week, because at the end of the day, 5 modes of gameplay can't keep the game alive forever. And as time went by, a new problem came to the Nintendo Wii. When was the controller going to be upgraded? Because the Wii controller as itself is good and all, but at the same time, some new amazing ideas that were great for the Wii weren't possible because of the lack of upgrades to the Wii controller. And this was also a thought that came into Nintendo once they were finished with the Wii. How can we implement new technology onto the Wii controller as simple as a plug and play? Thus, it was born. The Wii Motion Plus. The Wii Motion Plus is a little device that goes right under the Wii controller, where the nunchuck is supposed to go. It may look small and unnecessary at first glance, but with this little piece, the Wii controller becomes even better. This little device is so important because it was the perfect answer to update the controller a little bit and as well keep the Wii alive and not release a new console. So with the Wii Motion Plus, the Wii controller can now detect even more moves that weren't possible without this little cube. And with this new feature, more games can now be on the Nintendo Wii. But let's sidetrack a little bit from the Wii Motion Plus, and I want to ask you if you remember what I said like a minute ago. Was there more to Wii Sports? Well, in actuality, there was. The idea for a sequel to Wii Sports was brought to the table even before of the creation of the Wii Motion Plus. But with the new feature of this little cube, Nintendo needed a game where you can test the new features, but as well, keeping it simple. Doesn't that sound familiar? Wii Sports Resort became a real thing, the sequel to the acclaimed Wii Sports, and it was here to do the same thing as the predecessor, test some of the features of the new little piece called the Wii Motion Plus. But is it actually the same thing as the predecessor? Is it just a menu with all of the games and suddenly appearing on the bowling alley or in a tennis court? Oh no. Wii Sports Resort was a full-on game itself, and just by the intro of the game, you can see that it's totally different and better than Wii Sports. Wii Sports Resort starts the game in the best way possible. In comparison of Wii Sports, the game just takes you to the menu and you get to choose from the 5 sports, right? On Wii Sports Resort, you are instantly put into gameplay because you jump from an airplane to get onto the island. What? So there are 3 important things that are happening right now. 1, we've just jumped out of a plane, which, cool, that's awesome. 2, the Wii Motion Plus is being used at this instant, since the rotation of the Mii or the better feeling with the Wii controller is all because of the Wii Motion Plus. And 3, the most important one, We are jumping onto an island. For many years I wonder why did I like more Wii Sports Resort than Wii Sports. Most people will choose the OG Wii Sports because of the nostalgia and the amounts of fun they had with that game. Being the first original idea of the Wii and the newly added motion controls, it's no doubt that it's a fan favorite for everyone. But for myself, it's the island that does it for me. Woohoo Island. Oh my god, do I have a bunch of things to say about this island. Not only is it gorgeous, but the whole game is based on this island. Where is the bowling alley? On Woohoo Town. Where do the table tennis matches happen? On the Woohoo Hotel. Where does beating the other person with a plastic sword until they fall happen? On the coolest arena ever created. Woohoo Island is the best hub world, because with the intro they are not necessarily telling you this, but the whole time you are playing a game or doing something, it's always going to be here on Woohoo Island. And okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is something kind of obscure, like you are never leaving this island. But at the same time, why would you want to leave? It's such a magical place, dude. And here's a little fun fact. This island has been around from the very beginning of the console. While they were doing beta testing of the Wii controller, an airplane minigame was a beta testing game for Wii Sports. And take a guess on the place you were flying. That's right, the earliest idea for the Woohoo Island. This idea of airplane mode was set to release on the original Wii Sports, but it wasn't necessarily getting every juice from the console, and the other sports were doing way better than airplane mode. So this idea of the airplane mode and the island were scrapped for the original Wii Sports, but not forgotten, since they knew it was a great idea to fly around on this island. They just needed a reason for this island to exist. If not, why would you be there in the first place? After making other cameos in other games such as in Wii Fit, the island made the debut on Wii Sports Resort. And okay, it's not necessarily like the whole island is the menu, because it would suck that you wanted to play table tennis while being on the Source Play arena. Imagine the game telling you, now you have to run 1.2 miles to get to the table tennis matches. Go get him, champ. Burn those calories. It wouldn't be that fun that you manually had to travel to every single sport. So they bring back the idea of the menu. And okay, it's the same thing as Wii Sports. There's a menu with all of the sports listed. The difference here is that in the original Wii Sports, you appear on the bowling alley, you appear on a baseball field, you are suddenly fighting Rocky Balboa. Is there a relation to these places, or do I just have to accept that this happens because that's how it's intended to be? On Wii Sports Resort, the island resolves that question, and it's so amazing to think all of the love they put onto one single hub world. But if it wasn't for the Woohoo Island, I don't know if this game would have been that good. This is one of the main points of this game, the place we are on. But it's not the only thing this game offers. As you can see, 12 games are now playable on this game, and only 2 being brought back from the original Wii Sports. So that's 10 new sports that they are adding. And it doesn't even end there, because in some of these game modes there's variants like playing at night on the island or the returning challenge from table tennis. I have always wondered what would my list be if I ever ranked these games. I guess it's that time. But to make it more interesting, we will start from my least favorite to my most favorite. So what the F is this golf? Listen, for a person that is not interested at all in golf, why would a disc fix all of my problems with this sport? This is honestly the one that I had the most boredom with, and no doubt the one that I played the least. How do people even enjoy this one? There is nothing to be excited about. 0 out of 10. And speaking about golf, have I told you guys that I hate this sport? I just simply can't get how is this exciting. Never in my life have I said, oh boy, yes, I hit the ball somewhat hard, so now I'm closer to the flagpole. Never. 0 out of 10. Canoeing. Yeah, this is fun as it sounds. There's no more gameplay than just swinging the controller back and forth like you got problems. And I swear it was the funniest thing to see the ducks racing alongside you, and it was the only thing to return to this game. For the ducks. I'm sorry if I don't comment that much on these minigames, it's just that my opinion hasn't changed since I was little. I'll give this one a 0.000000001 out of 10. Power cruising. Listen, I don't know about you guys, but when I was doing research for this game, I totally forgot about power cruising. I even remembered disc golf before power cruising. And honestly, I don't have an opinion for this one, because I seriously can't remember myself playing this sport. So... out of 10. Archery. Finally, we're getting onto the good stuff. Archery is the game that you play for the time and then you never play it again. Or well, at least that was the experience for me. It's funny because the reason I came back to this game was because of the Easter egg fruits. I found out that Easter egg on the internet and played it again just for that secret. Then I realized it's so hard to hit those fruits, so I never played it again. Archery was good for like an hour of entertainment, and the landscapes of Woohoo Island are some of the most beautiful things I have ever seen. So that's another reason to play this one, since you get to experience in a closer view some parts about Woohoo Island, which is something amazing. But the gameplay is not necessarily that interesting in my opinion. It is really stressful that you need to wait every single time you throw the arrow. It is also stressful to sometimes depend on the wind or these little wood pieces that block your way. So to get a platinum medal on this one, nah. 6 out of 10. It's good, but not that good. Wakeboarding. This is the cooler version of canoeing. Let me explain. On this game, you literally go right and left the whole time. But while you are on the wakeboard, the me does the coolest tricks ever. I think it was my 7-year-old brain that said, oh, that's pretty cool. There is no like obstacles or something like that on the water. It's just you going up and down while doing tricks. While I'm doing this video, I can say it doesn't sound like the best sport ever, but the character does cool tricks, okay? 7 out of 10. It's really fun and addicting. Bowling. Listen, you might be wondering why do I put this one so low on the list? Well, it's because this one already appeared on Wii Sports. And is there something different? Do they put like, I don't know, rivalry between me's or something like that? No. And it's nice that they've kept it the same way. It's something that I adore. I love that both games boot up bowling the same way. It's something so cool to think. But this one was already done, so 7.99 out of 10. Honestly, it's really good. Frisbee! The dog takes all of the credit here. If this one is positioned above bowling, it's because of the dog, okay? I'm not taking any complaint. But alright, the gameplay of this game. It was just another way of testing the Wii Motion Plus. Tilting your hand and throwing the frisbee for the dog to catch it. But oh my god, the dog. Have I talked to you guys about him? It's so cute that we're being watched by a lot of people because we're playing with our dog. And I love the fact that he comes angry to you if you threw the disc really badly, or he comes super happy because he got it. I told you guys, isn't he cute? 8.5, because you can't customize the dog. Table tennis, the miniature version of regular tennis from Wii Sports, but surprisingly more intense in my opinion, because in this game you have a lot of people being genuinely dedicated to a table tennis match. How come this match get more people than an actual field match on regular tennis? This game is one that I spend a lot of time in it because it is hypnotizing. It's not just hitting the ball over and over with nothing special. One little detail that is the core key for this minigame to be so engaging is when the match goes for way too long. The match can start normally, then people start to cheer, then suddenly the only thing that you are hearing is the ball going back and forth. Nothing else than that. It's just that feeling of who is this point going for, and also how focused can both of the players get. It is so engaging for the bare minimum of gameplay. And as a plus, an extra game mode was added that was called the Returning Challenge. This was basically of how long can you keep going while somebody's throwing tennis balls at you. The thing that I hated is that, why is this guy sending them so hard? Isn't the purpose of this game mode to keep the game alive? Why is he trying to end this match if he's not getting any points at all? I'll give the whole table tennis mode an 8.0085 out of 10. Cycling! Okay, bear with me here. Why did I put cycling above bowling, above frisbee, above table tennis. If it's just jogging the Wii controller like a freak for a period of time, why is it so important to me? Well, the main thing is that we get to experience most of Wuhu Island at a closer look. Sure, we really can't get off the track or look at other places, but still, it's something so awesome to feel like you are there, racing alongside other residents of Wuhu Island. The concept of this game is so fun, but you think that with the Wii Motion Plus extension, there would be a more interesting way to play this game. In reality, this wasn't the best idea to play cycling. How come you add more features onto the Wii controller and the main thing that you get to do on a bicycle is to just move the controllers? From a gameplay point, it's not that fun, but the fact that you get to drive around Wuhu Island is why I put this one above other competitors. 8.7 out of 10. For sure. Alright everyone, we're on the home stretch with my top 3. Entering at number 3, Sword Play, the superior version of box. Yeah, I get that it's so fun to beat Matt at a box arena, but to hit him so hard he falls off 20 meters into water is even more fun. I spent most of my time on this game, not even joking. Swordplay is the most original idea they've had for this game. People beating themselves with swords while a lot of people are watching? Sign me up. This idea is something so weird when you really think about it. You could literally die from the fall, but there is so much strategy to swordplay, so much reaction time that you need to have, and also a lot of skill with the sword, and it makes even more sense of the guard options. It's not just bashing your controller at the TV to make the enemy fall. You can guard an enemy's attack for them to trip and then surprise attack them. They can also do the same thing to you, and just the feeling of being on the edge of the arena is something that I miss so much. Also, having the tiniest battlefield for the last round is a memory that I hold on tight. Swordplay is just the best original thing Nintendo has came up for the Wii Sports series. But it's not just that. Swordplay also came with a survival variant, where you also travel different parts of the Wuhu Island in a first-person view. This is what really sold me onto Swordplay. Just to feel like I'm walking around on the beach or walking through the bridge myself. Add to that experience that you are constantly beating up people because of swordplay. It was so spectacular to get onto the volcano and facing 3 bosses at the same time. Those were the hard days. Now the things that we got is, some baby stuff. Swordplay Showdown was something so incredible to play because it implemented every single good thing from Swordplay. And the only thing that is truly restricting this game for being even more fun is the life system. If you get hit 3 times, it's over. Come on, dude, how is that fair? How come that doesn't apply to the actual game? Oh, and there was also a speed lights. That was fun, I guess. Anyways, 10 out of 10. Basketball. You know me, the basketball lover, having a video entirely dedicated for Mario and basketball. But basketball on Wii Sports Resort is another type of stuff. When there's games like NBA 2K21 where you customize a character and the different stats and blah blah blah, basketball on Wii Sports Resort just puts you right into the court. You can pass the ball around to distract your enemies, and when you're ready to shoot, you can just shoot. This is what I like about this type of basketball gameplay. If I just want to do something, I can do it. I don't need like a unique situation to shoot or something like that. Whenever I'm ready within the shooting time, I can do it. Sure, it might be somewhat weird that if they take your ball, the gameplay just stops for no reason, switching to our net with the enemies having the ball. And also it's so funny that the one that is in front of you is the only one that gets to block the shot. But who cares? I feel like Michael Jordan whenever I'm dunking on Tommy. This is also another one that I spent a lot of my time as a kid. I remember that I was so excited seeing my me dunking or shooting a 3-pointer. It was so cool to feel like playing basketball. Sure, it's not like I can control all of my means or something like that, but the game is filled with pure excitement and adrenaline with every shot you make. There was also the 3-point shootout. This mode is simple. You get to shoot 30 3-pointers and see how many you can get. Nothing necessarily special, and the one that truly takes the spotlight is the OG basketball game mode. An easy 10 out of 10 from me. And of course, the sport we've all been waiting for. The settings button. Air Sports is consistent with the 2 most important minigames from Wii Sports Resort. The first one is where you jump onto the island from a plane. This is the second most important one because the game opens up with this sport. Flying onto the island, it's so important and so unique because I don't feel like any other sport would have done the same job as this one. I don't think it would have done the same effect if you appear on the hotel then you play table tennis or having a swordsplay showdown all of a sudden. This idea of jumping from the plane really sets the concept of the Woohoo Island, and all of the sports are happening here. Well, except for golf, but like, who even likes that one? So it's not the best gameplay, it's just you going down onto the island, but every time that I watch this cutscene, I get the best feeling in the whole entire world. But remember that air sports is divided in two, the parachuting mode and the most important one out of the whole entire franchise of Wii Sports. Island Flyover. Island Flyover is not just a simple minigame of showcasing the powers of the Wii Motion Plus. It's a way of passing the time. It's a way to just distract from everything and have full control of where you want to explore on this island. It's the feeling of freedom with just a single controller. In other minigames that you got to somewhat experience the island, like in Showdown or in Cycling, it's pretty cool to see the island up close, but you don't get freedom of going anywhere. You follow where the game tells you to go. In Island Flyover, you fly a plane throughout all of Woohoo Island and the horrible golf course. The way the plane feels on your hand is something so weird at first glance, but once you get the feeling, it's so fun to just fly around Woohoo Town or the hotel or the beach. This game mode is the best thing that has been embedded on the Wii Sports series, and it's not even an official sport, it's just flying around Woohoo Island. Remember that this idea was scrapped for Wii Sports because they truly wanted this gameplay to be even better? Let me tell you, they came with the best solution ever to the weird idea of flying through rings. Instead of flying aimlessly throughout the whole island, Nintendo decided to give the most complete and somewhat obscure lore to Woohoo Island with the system of the eye points. These eye points were in remarkable places like the broken clock tower in Woohoo Town or the big volcano. They reveal some special information about that area, like in the Swordsplay arena where it says, "The spectators obviously enjoy watching people fall into the sea." I mean, they're not wrong. But the thing about these eye points is that there were 80 of them throughout the whole entire island. These were filled with so much originality and thought. You just don't add unnecessary information to these little points. There has to be something funny or something mysterious to give this gimmick interesting. And oh boy, did they really accomplish that. Not only that, but it's not like the island is deserted while you play Island Flyover. The island is alive as ever, with other planes flying by, people playing basketball at night, or having a blast on the beach. It's that amazing feeling of the best island that has never existed. I am not lying to you guys when I say that I spent hours in front of the TV just because of Island Flyover. There is something about this game mode that no other game from the Wii Sports series has done to me, and I just get an insane amount of fun and nostalgia whenever I remember this game mode. And it's so awesome to think that you get to explore all of this island. Or it's also so impressive the areas of some of these eye points. See that little boat going somewhere? That's an eye point. Those little islands that flow around on Woohoo Island are also an eye point. A big whale out of nowhere, just a big whale. It's an eye point. It's so amazing to think that they came with this insane world called Woohoo Island just because they wanted to show the powers of the Wii controller. And it's also an incredible thought how this island keep getting into other games before it's official announced. Woohoo Island has become a place for gamers to just pass the time and feel so much freedom. Nintendo can release a game of the year. They could release a Mario game that I've wanted for years. They could bring back a series people have given up with. But if I got the option for Nintendo to hear my opinion, I would 100% beg for the return of Wii Sports Resort, or at least the return of Island Flyover. And I don't know about you guys, but if Wii Sports Resort ever comes up in a conversation, which doesn't happen very often, but when it does, the very first thing that comes to mind to people is Island Flyover, because of the freedom and happiness and this huge island that you get to explore. One thing that I would like to mention before I end this point, Does anyone remember getting scared because of hearing a lady singing on the cave at night, or was it just me? There are many things from this Island Flyover game that it could have been a game for itself. Oh, would you look at that? But something so amazing can't exist without a flaw. And well, it's sad to say, but Island Flyover has the biggest error ever. A time limit. Why? Just why, Nintendo? 5 minutes. Why? Just why? Why only 5 minutes? If you have an insane amount of space to discover, if you're giving the option of freedom, if you're giving such interesting island with 80 things to explore, why is there only 5 minutes to do that before needing to start the game again? Maybe it was because of software restrictions or something like that, but this was truly the biggest mistake Nintendo made with Wii Sports Resort. Putting a timer on Island Flyover. But bad stuff happens. Let's move on. Am I disappointed at this game for only having 10 new game modes? No. And in reality, here's the clear truth about why it's so fun to play a simple game such as basketball or table tennis. Wii Sports Resort is a party game and also a single player game. The big difference with Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort is clearly the replay value it has. No doubt that doubling the game modes is no surprise that people are going to play this one even more, although that's not always the case in my opinion, because in my opinion I don't think it matters how much games or minigames or variants of the minigames you have. It's all about how fun and simple they can be. In Wii Sports Resort, we don't see like really fancy gameplay or crazy mechanics that only top of the players can do. Not to say they don't exist, I'm sure if you look hard enough you can find a canoeing speedrun. But the thing that I'm trying to say is that I love this game because of the simplicity of some of these games and the whole thought put behind every single one of them. I'm sure they could have done more sports to Wii Sports Resort, but it's also so fitting and you truly don't question of where do these take place. I'm sure we could have gotten a rock climbing sport or a racing sport, but swordplay, basketball, and many other multiplayer games were there to entertain a bunch of family and friends. And it's not just that. As I've said, you can also play this game if you're alone. You don't need a partner to play Archery, do you? You certainly don't need someone to play the Returning Challenge or Swordplay Showdown. And most importantly, you can enjoy Island Flyover all by yourself. These 12 sports might not be that complicated once you practice them enough, but there is something so charming playing table tennis on the Woohoo Hotel or doing archery in the many parts of Woohoo Island. And I'm here to tell you right now, there will never be an experience like Wii Sports Resort. Never. Because how can they top this insane game? The way they presented the island, the many sports we have, the locations, the history behind the island, the originality behind some of these sports, or how intense some of these can get, it's something so hard to replicate. Listen, a lot of my opinions are going to be boosted because I have so much nostalgia to this game, but even me just seeing the gameplay of Wii Sports Resort, seeing this huge island that you get to explore in different sports, I truly just want to go back in time and try this game for the very first time. Maybe I'm biased since I played this one many times when I was little, but I truly don't believe that's the case, because there has been times that I've gotten nostalgia for some other games, and when I get back at them, they aren't as fun as I remember. That's something that happens to many games of my childhood, but Wii Sports Resort is a game that I will forever enjoy and admire. If I was given the choice to bring back this game onto the Nintendo Switch, there's no doubt in my mind, because anything's better than Sparkle Square. What even is that? While in the other Wii Sports games where you are teleported into sports, and in other games they try to do the same thing to have a place you can see and all of that, none has done it as equally as good as Wii Sports Resort. And without fear, I can confirm this, it's the best game from the trio. I mean, from the 4 games, but like, do we really count that one? And to even top that, I even think that Wii Sports is better than every single Wii something game. As much as I love Wii Party, as much as I adore Wii Play, Wii Sports Resort is something else, and it's all because of the love they put onto this world. But here's the thing, why aren't people talking about this game? Okay, don't take that much emphasis on that quote. But seriously, take the time and think of which one is the most popular. Okay, stop thinking, you don't need to think that much. It's the original Wii Sports. There, that's the answer. A lot of people, and I mean a bunch, will say that they remember the original Wii Sports compared to Wii Sports Resort. The simple reason is because it's way more simple to people. You swing the controller in this way, you swing the controller in that way. So this game has the wildest range of people who understand it because it's just like the real thing. Compared to Wii Sports Resort, and you got blocking an attack, letting go from the button of the nunchuck, turning up playing with a controller. Okay, I will never say that this game is complicated, and the majority of the games of Wii Sports Resort are simpler. I'm just taking the ones that took some more thought behind it. But Wii Sports for sure had the best way of being sold because it was bundled with the console itself, and it was also really simple. Wii Sports Resort didn't get the same fame Wii Sports had, and it blows because this game not only is at the same level of fun as Wii Sports, that level of fun goes to infinity and puts Wii Sports like a baby game in my opinion. But at the same time, it really wasn't thrown into the shadows. A lot of people got to experience this game. There's plenty more people like me that will tell you how amazing Island Flyover is. A huge community of people still play this game till this day, and they can still have such a good time with Wii Sports Resort. I just hope that this game would have gotten the same recognition as its predecessor. Wii Sports Resort may not have the best technology, it may not have the same fame as the original Wii Sports. Some sports from this game can be boring, but all of those bad things are left out of the table if we start talking about the infinite amount of good stuff this game has. Wii Sports Resort will forever be my perfect vacation dream. Just the island and the many sports that you get to see, the spectacular scenarios, and overall just the amount of things that you get to explore. It's such a wonderful feeling. My opinion from when I was 8 years old hasn't changed. This game is perfect. The memories that I made with this game are some that I lock into my most favorite ones. Playing swordplay against my sister, doing the best tricks on wakeboarding, trying and failing, but most importantly, never giving up on table tennis, making buckets on the basketball court, and most importantly, have the best time on Island Flyover. Discover everything about this island and just wondering how perfect can life be on Woohoo Island. And as we fly one last time during the sunset, thank you so much to Wii Sports Resort for being so simple yet so fun. And I can't thank Nintendo enough for never giving up with Woohoo Island, for releasing the Wii Motion Plus, and most importantly for the release of Wii Sports Resort. Wow, wasn't that a good video that you just watched? If you're hearing this, that means you made it, which I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video till the very end. I'm doing end cards for every single video that I do. It's something that I never really like of doing it because I thought of my channel more like a show, and to talk to you guys there was always community posts. But at the same time, the channel has been blowing up recently, and I just want to say to you guys, thank you so much for the support. The last video got 1,800 views in the span of just 5 days. How? I've been doing videos for a long time, but this is the year that I've actually been putting a lot of effort into these videos, and just seeing the subscriber count going up every single day, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching my stuff. It's so weird to think that people are actually sitting there enjoying 15 minutes of me just talking about Super Mario Bros. Wonder, or 20 minutes of me just talking about Splatoon. So thank you so much for 518 subscribers, because that subscriber count is just going up and up. So thank you, and if you enjoy my stuff, please consider subscribing. But that's enough chattering. I'll see you guys on the next video. Adios.